Oh my goodness, what a mod day we've got in store for you today. 45 mods were released, all platforms, 8 new and 21 updates, and PC Mac players got 1 new and 5 updates, although it feels like we got 100 because we got so many maps, so many cool mods, so much that I had to show off. I don't even know how long this video is going to be, but it's probably going to be ridiculous. So check your timestamps to see what you want to see first. Whew. Let's do this, baby. Let's start them off. We have the Crawler Truck Pack from Carl TG. This is a super cool big old truck. We've got multiple different options for it. Not only then, we've got multiple different beds and attachments, and if you didn't want those, there's also a trailer in here too. So maybe you don't want the truck, we'll jump in and you could grab all the trailer. There's so much cool stuff in here. So starting off, we got a couple engine options for you guys between 450 and 600 horsepower. Wheel brands for BKT, Continental, Michelin, Midas, Nokian, Trelleborg, and Allerfirst. Yes, even those. We've got beacon lights of yes and no, so you don't have to have them. Animations are mouse control or IC. If you guys are on console, choose mouse control. I know it sounds weird because you don't have a mouse, and it seems more like interactive, but it's not. Trust me. Main colors on here, we do have the dark green, which is very cool. And we can change it up to a couple of different things. To be honest with you, brown did not look good right there, did it? No, it did not. Let's keep it at green. And we've also got frame color, chains, and rim color. We're just going to leave everything the way that it is. I'm going to buy myself one of those. Now, let's take a look at this. So here we have a flatbed, really nice wood texture on there. I'm digging that, man. Main color and frame color for this one. We also have one for logs. Open up there. Very cool, very cool. Here's one for liquids, 45,000 liters. That's insane. And it does all of your stuff, but, ooh, no goat milk. We'll have to add that. Carl, I know you're watching this. Add some goat milk in there, bro. We got one that is a tipper, 58,000 liters on that one. Very, very nice. And then, of course, as I mentioned, we also have something that we can pull stuff behind. With this one, you got your wheel brand, wheel setup, and then colors. It doesn't look like there is another hitch on there, so it's just the one. I mean, you know I got to check this thing out. Oh, man, look at that. All 8 wheels turned. 4 axles. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's ridiculous. Oh, it's even got a honk sound. Let's go, man. All right, so I got 2 things over here. Let's see. The first one, we're going to load up a tipper trailer. So this will work just like everything else. We'll come in here, grab a hold of it, and boom, got it. And we also have that trailer hitch back there. So let's grab hold of this. Hopefully I could back this up. That's going to be the real kicker here. Oh no. It's got an articulated front. Yep, I'm gonna try. Best backwards driver in Farm Sim. Just, you know, with one vehicle, not multiples. Although I'm not a terrible backer-upper. Not in real life anyway. I'm that guy that will help you back your boat up because you can't do it. I got you, man, I got you. Let's see. You know, it's funny, I don't actually own a boat though. Can we do it? Look at that! I did it live! Second K-Bot. How cool is this, man? This is so cool. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use this for, but I really want to use this for something. What should I use this? Let's see. Oh, it's got a... Does it have a winch on the front? Get out of here! No way! All right, let's see. Let's jump. Yay. And pull! Heave! Please? I don't think the winch is strong enough to pull the truck. Oh, there we go. We're going. Oh, hey! I love it. All right, it should start lifting it up in the air here in a second. Uh-huh. Come on. Oh, yes! Victory. Carl, I'm so sorry. I love this truck. That's so much fun. Just gonna leave that there and move on. Next, we got a classic, the new Holland TM 175 190. So we've got our TM here, and then we have the TM Supersteer. So just before we go any further into the customization options, I wanted to show you that poor truck. I wanted to show you what I mean by Supersteer. So we've got actually a pretty tight steering radius here, but it's not insane. However, if you want to make it insane, you just make the axle move itself. So with this, you're able to make such a tighter radius. I actually have to open it up a little bit because we would hit this tractor. It can literally turn a circle around on itself from front to back and even less. I actually used one of these in my Struggle Bus series back in Farm Sim 19 on Old Stream Farm. Whapoom, whapoom, whapoom. So let's take a look at it. And here you got your TM, you got your Blue Power. Very cool, very cool. Engines from 177 up to 194. A couple different wheel options to choose from. Nothing too wild and crazy out of the ordinary, but still very awesome stuff. And one neat thing they've done is they've actually included the model numbers for the wheels instead of just saying wide, narrow, etc., etc. That's kind of neat. Then we have the black side decals. You can change those up to a blue set front fenders of yes or no. You got your beacon options up there. Very cool. Front and back. Kilometer or mile per hour on the dashboard. Very awesome. Engine side panels. Yeah, very cool. Painted grids. You got your side license plate, exhaust setups, hydraulics here. So this is kind of neat. If you go with the front hydraulic and you've got the Supersteer, that front hydraulic actually moves a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. The animations, mouse control, or IC, and then we've got our license plate. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to put on a front mower. So normally the 3-point stays put, but look at this. It moves with it. So you actually could possibly get a little bit better coverage when mowing. This was one of my favorite tractors to mow with on a small field because you got the same turning radius as a tractor with all-wheel steering without having all-wheel steering, and you had the benefit of the front 3-point actually going with you instead of just being like catching up from the side. So super cool, super awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. You guys have got to get you one of these. One of my favorite tractors that I totally forgot this thing existed. And now it's here. I dubbed the New Holland King and you shall be mine. Next, let's talk about Just Farming, who adds tons and tons of cool animations, different movements for our players to do with the full animations and basic animation section through here. Whew, I got the Dr. Pepper hiccups. I'm currently recording this video about 7 hours later than I normally record mods. Gotta love it. In here we have two models. We've got the 6C RV Shift and the Series 7250 TTV. Now we're really not going to go too much in depth with these because really we just have a bunch of animations, but we do have some pretty cool stuff, including the Warrior setup, nice engines, wheel brands from all of the things, fenders, the animations as we talked about, front attacher from Quickie and Hauer, shocker there, and then we've got the normal Warrior colors, and then we go into the 7250, same thing. You got your Warrior colors, wheel setup, beacons, fenders, animations, etc. So really, this is just for people who want a bunch of animations. I don't see this adding anything else, really. But they have, again, tons of animation. And your last vehicle is the Ropa Panther 2 from Hispano-Modding, another conversion from them. We don't have too many more to go. This one, we do have an unreal capacity, which gives us 500,000 liters. Pretty cool through that one. And then standard of 30,000. So it's one or the other. No real ones in between. A couple different wheel brands to choose from. Pretty nice there. Window tinting, you got main design, rearview mirror, and rim colors to choose from. And we've got our sugar beet slash red beet header, although it's, well, let's just, not quite large, is it? Let's see, it's 2.7 meter work width. Yeah. Now let's talk about a mod I did a preview on a bit ago, a hot minute ago, and it is finally here from BB Mods. We've got the Unimog beds pack, complete with flatbeds as well as tankers. I'm sure eventually we'll be getting some other stuff as well. However, this is what we've got for now. So depending on which Unimog you've got, whether it's the 2400 or the 535 for whatever engine you go for, you may want one or the other. These are also pretty darn cool. So you got liquid transport, but you've also got like a boosted option of 8,000 liters and 26,000 liters, at least in this one. You can also run it as a slurry spreader and a regular sprayer. So you can actually have a sprayer, dedicated sprayer attached to your Unimog, which is so cool. The rack design on the front is going to be the same for all of them. Attachment forks, you can either have it to where it'll automatically attach to any loader. So it's going to be your skid steer, telehandler, front loader, or wheel loader. You don't have to use pallet forks or anything. It just attaches to it. Or you could go for these support arms. Plus, we have all the colors. And the great thing is they made the colors match. How neat is that? So depending on which color you got, so like my Unimog 2400 on my series off screen is this color. So this is what I would use for that. But you could go for this, whatever you like. Now, will this work with the old Unimog that we got? I don't think so. No. Will this work with anything else? No, I don't think so. Do you have to have the Mercedes-Benz DLC to download the mod? No, but you can't use it. So it's only going to be working with these two tractors right here, trucks, whatever you want to call them. This is what they work with. As a matter of fact, if you've been watching my Saxlingham series, I'm already using this. I just don't know if anyone's noticed it yet or not. So there we go. Hooked up, ready to go. And that, but in black is how my setup is. Here we go with our 535. We're just gonna hook this one up to the liquid tanker right here, just for funsies. And boom. Now we'll say tank incompatible because it's got, I guess, front and rear hitches. So you see here, tool not compatible. If I keep backing up, I get the trigger for it. It's all Gucci, man. It's all Gucci, yeah. Can't believe I said that out loud. Let's move on. That was awkward. That's not the only one from BB Mods today, because we also have the Agro Trailers pack, another one that I did. I think I did both of these mods in the same preview, honestly. So these include 3 trailers. We've got, they've been rebranded as Lizard, but obviously we have the Chrome trailer. I think the pits, maybe? That's, I think, the pits. What is this? Load King, perhaps? Maybe it's the Load King. Does it have the silver stuff on it? I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Yeah, I think that's the Load King. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it tells us, because we could throw decals on there. Lizard Logistics, Load King. There we go. Yeah. So you can throw the logos on there and you're all good to go. He did go with some pretty cool green options. Toothpaste is available. Just saying. Somebody needs to know, you know. You've also got Chrome toothpaste, you know, if you're Gucci. I can't believe I said that twice. Oh, it's so awkward. Anyway, you've got these. What do? They hook up to the AgriLiner tractor thing. What was it called? The Heiza truck. Yeah. The most useless truck in the whole wide world. They work with this. So that is fantastic. They also work with regular semi-trucks. So if you don't have that, you're good to go. I'm just super duper happy that these are out now, so more people can have more useful things when it comes to their other trucks. Now, these are neat too because we've got some other stuff. For example, this Krone also has an unrealistic capacity up to 150,000 liters. We also have a 75,000 boosted and 55,000 standard. Decals on here. You could go with a Lizard set. You've also got Krone set up here as well, which I absolutely love that. And we could change a few things up. For example, we could change that up to a Krone green. We could change this up to regular Krone. Accent, I think, is fine. Rim colors, I don't know what color the rims are normally on this, but check this out. I mean, that's the Krone trailer, but now it holds a bunch of stuff. So cool, man. So cool. You got your drop tank here as well. As far as I know, this does not have auto loading on it. And then you've got your log and trailer, which similar thing here. Yep, pits. There you go. Oh yeah, and you've got steering axle too, so the rear axles will steer. It's pretty sweet. I don't know how he did that, but they all have it. So rock and roll. Been a little bit hot minute since we've heard the name Chris S. and Riley S. So let's talk about them. We've got their front tools with tension belts pack. This is awesome because we have tension belts on all of these things. So for front loaders, we got a pallet fork, bell spike, and a log fork. For telehandler, pallet fork, bell spike, and a log fork, and wheel loader. For the pallet fork, log fork, and even skid steers, we've got your pallet fork and your bell spike. So, you know, things are set up a little bit differently depending on what is what. You're probably not using a bell spike with your, you know, front loader or your wheel loader. So there's that. Now we've got very similar customization for everything. You could change up some branding, which is always nice. I love being able to see that. I'm going to go with JCB today. As far as our standard setups here, we do have, I went too fast. I'm crashing the game. Oh no, there we go. So we got the Colossus setup. You got a forestry set, which kind of changes a few things. Kind of, you know, darkens it up. I do like the Colossus camouflage, though. Here's your fall camo. Ooh, ooh, too bright, too bright. Oh, man. And chrome, goodness. And gold. Oh, man. Digibelts, you have the standard set or the unrealistic set. I'm curious to see what is what. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a standard set of the JCB right here, and we're even going to change that up to a JCB yellow there, a JCB yellow here. And we're going to grab a couple of these guys and see exactly what kind of trouble we can get into. So, straps, you can see we've got 2 going side to side and 1 going over. And I'm curious to see what unrealistic straps do. Aha! We got straps at the bottom. This does not have straps at the bottom. And that doesn't have straps at all. This has got some extra straps at the bottom. So all of these will do some pretty wild and crazy stuff when it comes to doing all that. We still got all the movement and things like that. We've still got some collisions on there, so the collision is there, but you can see the huge box that's around that. So anything in that box will be snapped on too. As a matter of fact, can we lift this thing up? Can we snap it on there as well? Come here. Let's make it. Come here. Be snappy. But as you can see, yep, we even snapped this on. So these are sweet. I've got a mod that's kind of like this already. However, big problem with it is the straps are invisible. And so are the pallet forks, to be fair as well. You just kind of get up to something and poke it. But this is nice. I think this is a mod that anyone who moves pallets, anybody who's doing logging, anybody who's touching anything with anything, oh boy, they need to have that installed. Jeez, let it go already, man. I love it. Next, HR Forest has brought us over the Fliegl SDS Lowloader pack. We talked about this, I feel like a week ago in Farm Some News, and now it's here. I swear they get stuff through quickly, unless they're sharing after it's already gone through PC testing and it just has to finish console testing, in which case that's a great idea. Nonetheless, let's talk about it. So we've got a fire department logo set up on here, which is super duper cool. We've also got some white wall Michelins down there, which is super awesome as well. Are those Michelin? I think they're Michelin, maybe Continental. Nonetheless, they're the white wall setup. So you got your side walls along towards the front. You got your side guards there too. Beacon light options, which could be changed, and they go blue when you go fire department. Super cool. IC support, which everything seems to be getting these days. And then we've got colors for all the stuff. And you've got it available in a 2 or 3 axle version. And we got a cultivator, but this one's pretty sweet. 5.5 meters, 7 miles per hour. Set up like a Harrow, which is very cool. Just kind of drop it down and let it do its thing. 80 horsepower. This is sweet. This is super sweet. I love seeing mods like this where they're very useful, especially for a new farmer or small farmer kind of setup. Man, tell you what. Jump in, check it out. Now we make our way into placeable items. We've got 5 of them for you. The first one is the seed production plant. What this does is it takes barley, wheat, and oats in addition to herbicide and water and makes seeds. Very cool. 1,000 liters of your crop, 100 liters of herbicide, and 250 liters of water. Water's free, so it doesn't matter. And you make 1,000 liters of seed. So 1,000, regular crop in, plus 100, 250 of treatment, and you're good to go. After doing a little bit of math, it does seem like this is a pretty nice way to go for it, so that's pretty cool. Only 35 grand for the building as well. We also got the Twine and Bale wrap storage right here. It says it holds 250 pallets. Now, does it just have to be Twine and Bale wrap? I don't know. I think I got some stuff to test out here. So we've got, what you got? We got our belt. Please, can I have super strength? On, baby! Please take it. You know you want to. Do it. Storage is empty. Of course it is. And I've unlocked the door. Ah, drop it! I don't like this. I seem to be having issues getting this to take stuff. Oh, it's over there. What? Why is it over there? Ramble. Misunderstanding on my part. Goodness gracious. All right, so it takes all the things that it should take. It takes other stuff. No. So it's literally just twine and bale wrap, but it takes seeds. All right. So it's not bales, just pallets. All right. Well, it's 250, so it's still pretty worth it. You're not worth it. Going in the ocean. Somebody told me if I wanted to throw something, hold the button down. So here's me holding the button down and then letting it go. Nothing happens. Sad. Next up, we got some silos, the wrench silo pack. This has got a silo here with concrete and brick. We've also got wood supports, which looks cool. We've got one that digs into the ground. How cool is that? Like, we're in the silo right now. That's going to make things super easy. Then we've got another one right here that normally shows dirt. However, I've got that turned off because I placed it in free build. I normally place everything in free build unless there's a problem. For example, this silo right here did not want to be dug down in the ground, so I placed it like this, which did absolutely nothing. But when I turned off free build, bam! It dug it right down in the hole. And one of the cool things is you can just kind of keep doing it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like maybe don't do what I just did. Oh, it looks bad. They are easy to delete though, so you can easily just come down in here, click on it, and it's still a hole in the ground, but at least it's not a silo anymore. And then we give it a nice little flatten, and it's like it never happened. Next up, the white brick farm. This includes a cow barn and 3 sheds, 2 of which are kind of just there, if I'm honest. So in here we've got a really nice place to park stuff up in your cow barn. Out here's a place to get your milk. Currently showing the Lately Nautilus, but I imagine soon we'll probably start seeing some GEA stuff since those are in the base game now. And then over here we've got our cattle area. Turn on some lights and we give them our food. 120,000 liters of food in here. 61 cows, which ain't too shabby if I'm honest. And then around towards the back right here, this is where they're at. You can increase the size of this. 61 is a massive amount, especially for this area. I couldn't believe it when I saw the number on there. Usually something like that would be like 20 or 30. Nonetheless, over here we've got a big barn set up where everything just kind of folds into itself. Just kind of show you that quickly so you can decide whether it's something you're interested in or not. And then we've got another area over here on the side where we can do our thing. Of course, lighting available everywhere. Then we have 2 open shelters. So you've got 1 thing in cow barns and then 3 things in sheds. And our last placeable mod today for all platforms is just shed. That's it. They say this is Grandpa's shed. So there you go. It is a DMI mod. I guess I'm not allowed in there. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I guess that's about everything going on, man. Can we get in there? Are you sure we can't get in there? I feel like that's somewhere that we should be able to get into. Maybe not. All right, moving on. Now we do have 1 script mod today for all platforms. It is the Augerwagon with lime. Downloading this mod adds Augerwagon to all limes. Limes to all Augerwagons. One of those was right. I'll let you figure out which one. Actually, back in Farming Simulator 19, this was PC only mod. However, in Farming Simulator 22 and now in 25, we've seen this for crossplay. Did release a little bit later than I thought it would for FS25, but you know what? It's here now, so if you need to transport lime in an Augerwagon, you can do so. Let's talk about maps now. We got Lindsay, Montana from Poor Boy Bonding and Bruce's Gaming. Now, Poor Boy has said that he is aware of issues on this map, and he's already got an update started, and he's fixing up the issues that he knows about as we speak. And there should be some new stuff added as well, which is pretty cool. He didn't want to pull the map just in case for whatever reason, so just be aware of that. Now, do I know what those issues are? No, I do not. So hopefully he's going to talk about those. But nonetheless, it's a nice, big, wide open map. The PDA approves that as well as a full-sized map, too. So, I mean, this field is insane. I think he's got the price pulled down on the fields a little bit. $1.7 million for a field is already crazy, but I would have expected it to be more, honestly. We actually have a lot of farmland on here. So, there are 10 large fields on here in total. And then we've got, 25 collectibles, lots of forestry, all kinds of stuff. By default, we own this whole area right here, which overlooks basically that half of the map. And then we've got a bunch of stuff down here as well, like the stores, some logging stuff, things like that. That's pretty cool stuff. As a matter of fact, let's see. Here we go. So this right here is the view that you have when you start a new save. I mean, come on. Hey, that's your backyard, dude. That's so cool. Taking a look, we don't have any new crop types. You can ignore onions. I currently have the Highlands Fishing DLC installed on these new maps now. So there is that. Ooh, I just realized that that's on. Let's turn that off. Jumping down to crop calendar, jump through here. Looks pretty standard to me. No animals that we've got on here. We do have some contracts. They're not sped up, so I might have to make time go by a little bit to get a couple more. As far as productions, we got a sawmill, cement factory, and paper factory. And if we take a look at our vehicles that we get, well, there's a lot of equipment. We've got logging, we've got farming, a lot of farming. We got a bunch of green farming as well, and big American stuff. Oh yeah, love it. We've even got this guy right here, which came in a game update. So that's very cool that he's utilizing that stuff. No required mods, just jump on and have some fun. There's quite a bit of information to know about. We got 25 collectibles, lots of forestry stuff. Sawmill produces planks, boards, lumber beams, and wood chips. All products are produced simultaneously as well. Cement plant produces blocks, cement, and shingles, all, well, produced simultaneously. Guess I don't have to say that over and over again. Paper mill produces plywood, cardboard, paper, wood shingles, and prefabricated walls. Sell all points, compliments of Schultz Modding. The train originates from BC Bueller's North American train, which is a prefab. Water Ferry, if you would like to use it. Soybean will make straw. Long grain rice can be planted and harvested without water. You've also got constructibles edited to make plywood and other materials from the map. And a second logging version is also included. And here is that version. We've got the logging edition here. Lots and lots of trees. Well, we certainly don't start in the same place, do we? Goodness. Whoop. Let's fly up into the air and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. So, we are down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the map, which is kind of where everything is. Here is your PDA for this one. It does look like the purchasable farmlands are the same. So, I like that they've done that. But look at it. You've got, you've got a little river running down through here. Of course, that's in the main version as well. But still, we've got a single field. We've got the kind of monolith, if you want to call it like that, in the middle of that. And then it's just trees, homie. Trees. Tell you what, this would be a very fun map and maybe a creepy map to play oh, you play tag at night. I need to get a hold of like Farmer Cop or Clutch or somebody. Be like, hey, you want to play flashlight tag? That would be interesting. And we've got another new map, the second of 3 today. This is Panhandle Caprock. I can't even say it. I'm so sorry. They say this map is a close reference to life in the Panhandle of Texas, with the Canadian River flowing through, creating plateaus. Goodness gracious, talk about a river. This is also an extremely flat map. Now, there are some areas that have a little bit of undulation to them, but we're to stand right here. It's pretty flat. Here is your main farm, surprisingly enough, using the exact same house as the last map. We have a couple different things on this farm itself, but really, it just wants you to get out there and start farming. And that's what you should be doing while you watch this video. Get out there and start farming, man. Taking a look at what we've got. No new crops, and I have removed the Highlands Fishing expansion so that we don't have onions on there. As far as farmland that we own, well, you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here at the top. And your main farm is going to be part of farmland number 1. I feel like that's important to note. And nothing else. You've got some forestry areas over here, and you've got productions here as well. I like that they've made the productions independently purchasable all in here, which is very, very cute. As far as our crop calendar, I love showing you guys this so you know what to expect. That is that. No animals on here. Productions. Here are all of your productions, and we have some pretty nice prices for stuff too. Yeah, look at that. Weeds and Farmland 17. Get at it. We do have the large glass greenhouse and large mushroom greenhouse on our main farm. However, all the other productions are purchasable out through here. And then we've got our equipment on the main farm. However, I will tell you, this stuff is, it's big, it's good, but there's not a lot of it, so just be aware. There's also no required mods here too, which I love. And our last new one for PC and Mac players is not so easy. 23 required mods. You're basically making the terrain and then using everybody else's stuff, aren't you? This one is called
Des cagouilles dans le garouille.
Which translated, you know I'm going to give you the translation.
Snails in the garule.
Yep, that's what I'm going to start calling it. The snail map with 23 required mods. It's a French map. Here is your PDA. If we take a look, we have no new crop types, but we do have 23 required mods. We'll keep bringing that up, don't you worry. Farmland, we've got split farmland all the way around. Usually this doesn't matter because you're going to pick whichever fields you want anyway, so not really mattering there. What does matter is 23 required mods, though. Here is your crop calendar. Not changed, but they did change 23 mods to be added into it. Man, I really don't like it, do I? Here are your contracts. I always like contracts. These actually pay pretty well, so I'm not going to say anything about that. We have a cereal factory available and nothing else. Couldn't add any more required mods in there, could we? And then finally, in here, we have some tools and equipment, which we've got. There you go. Now let's talk about the update. I know you guys are here for the Superduty Pickup. Version 1.3 is here. Let's talk about it. So they've added more wheel configuration options for enhanced customization, introduced motion control functionality for the side mirrors, meaning you can move them around. They've also got integrated bed flashing lights within the tail light, so you've got strobes back there, expanded color configuration options for both the truck and the bed, added shop selection for the front valance, and added a motor configuration. Now, we've also got fixed various bed accessory texture issues, adjusted the plow attachment, alignment, and behavior. By the way, the plow is not out yet, but it will be soon, hopefully. Updated the suspension settings for improved handling, and it is great. Corrected the front fender flare alignment, adjusted door scaling to resolve water droplet size inconsistencies, and adjusted the motor configuration to be smoother. Next, we got the International CV Series. This one is going to be version 1.2 down there at the bottom. They've added a heavy hauler motor configuration with 1,500 horsepower and more weight for people who want to use it like a semi-truck. Also added attacher for the Fiber Dash mod round tanks and water pump for 2 flatbed configs and other small tweaks to improve handling. Next, we got the John Deere 6R Series pack from Calderon. This is version 1004. However, for the life of me, I cannot find the setup for this. I'm not quite sure what's up with it, but yeah, it was updated, but I don't know what the update is. Here's one we do know about, the John Deere Series 7010 1101 at the bottom. Hotfix for the lift axle, for the front flashing lights, and the rear upper link. One of my favorite tractors of all time, the Massey Ferguson 8700S. It was like the first tractor I used in Farm Sim 17. And it's just keep going. All right, so what do we got here? Well, we got version 1.1 at the bottom. They've added the Serie Compact Pro for precision farming DLC support. The ride pipe connections have been fixed, and design color configurations have been fixed as well. If you want to drive one of DJ's favorite tractors of all time, this is your mod. And our last vehicle update today, the Valtra S Serie, version 1001 at the bottom. Mod description increased, fixed the interactive control for roof configurations, and fixed the wheel weights for tires for the config BKT. So now let's talk tools, and we've got a hotfix for the Lizard ProBale. This was just updated a few days ago, and it's now got a hotfix for 1021 at the bottom. Fixed error causing the quick ProBale to be removed from save game and not open in the shop, and they've also fixed the broken texture on soybean straw and corn stalk custom bales. Next is an update to the largest mower slash mulcher in the game, the Lizard Mega Multi Tool from Mack Trucker 921. This will be version 1.2, and I've not got it in the right spot. There we go. Fixed an issue that would not let the roller work both as a grassland roller and field roller on some mod maps. We've also got changed the name of the implement to the Mega Multi-Tool. Different name, but even better. 5-in-1 tool to care for your farm. They've added a tedder configuration, which is new. The tedder also has swathing capabilities by simply changing working modes. No need to reconfigure it in the shop, making this an absolutely insane mod. Additionally, we have an added ability for the roller configuration to roll the soil to prepare seed beds in addition to rolling grass fields. Fixed the issue causing the mower mulcher to miss spots in various configurations, and added a cultivator with plowing function so that you can cultivate and plow at the same time, plus create new fields. I don't know what to tell you about this mod other than it's epic. Here's some more pictures of it right there. There's one of your rollers, and here's another shot at the roller. More tools as we move along. The transport swap body from HR Forest version 1001. Adjustments to patch 111 and the MB Trucks DLC. Selectable coupling type for the Volvo FH16 pack. The MAN TGX pack universal coupling added. We also have fire department swap body added. Automatic hold system disabled. Ramps can be controlled directly from the outside of the ramp, and PC only ramps can also be controlled by IC. The Massey Ferguson SD2 Paloo. This is 1.1, improved the model textures and added names to the different color config options. We also have the MF Weight, the Massey Ferguson Weight. This is also version 1.1. They've added a tree transport mission and improved model textures. Very cool. How's about the Lizard Bale Spear? This is also an A-dub mod, 3 in a row today, version 1.1. Improved the model textures, added support for vehicle years, and added translations for the mod names. Now we got placeables, the BGAFD. I'll be honest with you, this is one of my favorite mods ever for Farming Simulator, so the fact that it's got an update to make it even better, well, that makes it even better. This is version 1.1, about all the way down at the very bottom. We've got fixed problem with direct cell in BGA. Bread, chaff, and oils produce only electric charge methane, and these are set to direct auto cell. Adjusted the receipts for the BGA price of output material is 1.75 greater than input, and new icons. Quick update for the raspberry productions, version 1003. They fixed the exact root node trigger not working. Bagging device has gotten corrected name. Shelter and storage, version 1.2. Solar panels added, bales and pallet storage added, and mod description updated. Another very cool mod, the Universal Silo for BB Mods, version 1001. Straight down at the bottom, they've adjusted the liquid pallet trigger to grab pallets stacked on trailers better. Next is Village Pack, version 1001, and I don't think they've done the update correctly. I think down at the bottom is the update. The fill trigger production corrected. However, it doesn't actually say that. Next to last, the Shed Cow Barn, version 1002. Improved roof specular and improved the regular specular. And a couple map updates to Klein Friesland. I don't know. This is 101. No new game save is required. Great news there. They've added missing paintable textures and adjusted the vehicle store and animal dealer so that they have their own map icons. And lastly, we have HermannsHausen version 1002. However, there is no changelog for 1002. Just 1001 on here. Quite an awkward one. New one for PC and Mac players today. Lizard Bon Silage. You don't normally get lizard mods for PC only, but here we are. Lastly, today let's talk updates for PC and Mac players. We have the Special Offers mod, version number 4. Improved the translations. Production Info Hud 1.2. Fixed an error in manure production calculation and added total row for manure type filter and production per hour at the bottom. Tanco D80 version 1001. Tanco logo changed. Improved the yellow tone. Added logo configuration and attachment for wheel loader added. And we've got version 1.2 of the DEF mod pack. Man, this is a big update here. So, AdBlue consumption system has been reworked. Consumption now scales realistically with engine load and is fully synchronized in multiplayer. New in-game AdBlue settings. Choose between low, normal, high, or custom usage levels. Custom value can be entered directly and takes effect instantly, syncing across all clients. Improved engine power limitation. When AdBlue is empty, engine power is automatically limited to 10%. A clear HUD warning is displayed to the player. Very interesting. Let's scroll down a little bit. We've got new HUD visuals and design, multiple AdBlue display styles added for classic, modern, extra bar, and detailed, etc. Includes blinking warning when the tank is empty and improved percentage fill level dash. Remaining range calculation. Diesel and AdBlue remaining hours are now calculated and shown in real time, synchronized in multiplayer. Fixed the tank saving behavior. Removed automatic 10% refill. Tanks now save and load exact fill levels. We've got added idle engine load. Engines now maintain a slightly fluctuated load of 4 to 5% at idle for more realistic behavior. And lastly, we have general stability and performance improvements. Optimized event handling, reduced the overhead, and clogged up the debug output. Cleaned it up. There you go. Lastly, today we have an update to the Backroads County 4X version 1001 to fix the rough terrain, fix where the rice fields had no water texture, and remove starter farm fence. And there it is. I still don't know how long this video is going to be, but we'll find out whenever I'm editing. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you made it all the way to the end. I know it's been a long ways. Join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I've released an absolute plethora of videos for the DLC. If it's something you're interested in, please check those out. We got videos currently right now on like everything you need to know, like a boom, here's all the stuff. If you watch one video, watch that one. You also got all the equipment, all the vehicles. We talked about boats and the collectible locations. Tomorrow is all about onions and some Let's Play. So stay tuned for that. Have an awesome day. Happy Friday to you. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Monday.